Behind the scenes part 2. This is behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, I needed to go through exactly what I needed to go through in order to see who's who, in order to gain that better perspective, in order to come into the realization of my own type of self-love. So I don't blame what has been done in the dark, you know? Behind the scenes, I am powerful. I am magnetic. I am amazing, beautiful, whatever there is to it. Username the greatest. Cool dude, you feel me? 2-7 in that mug. Yo, behind the scenes, we came a long way. Behind the scenes, we both knew deep down that time was going to eventually end at some point in his lifetime. So behind the scenes, in the midst of the heat, in the midst of the battle, I don't miss. And I'm pretty sure you realize that by now. Behind the scenes, when you was on that deathbed, I was there to nurture, to bring back that health, to bring back them senses. Behind the scenes, when your mind took over and you couldn't find self, I was there behind the scenes as the high priest to guide you back into the greatness, into the I had a moment. Behind the scenes, when I was like, yo, the only way is up, and you're like, left turn, right turn. Behind the scenes, that was your body. That was your body speaking for you, even without tongue. Each and every single realization that was thrown inside of my face, each and every single piece and detail that I had to memorize and category and strive through, and to be what? To be brave, to be bold, to be strong. Behind the scenes, I didn't just do it for me. Behind the scenes, I did it for you. Behind the scenes, I seen too much and I know too much. Behind the scenes, I don't feel like arguing no more. Behind the scenes, I want you to fucking overcome, to be that best version of you, to feel great about yourself again, to smell what I'm putting down. Because behind the scenes, when I had people throwing stones, behind the scene when I had to go through a spiritual humiliation of what I could have done better. Behind the scenes, it was all divine timing. Behind the scenes, the divine has never left my side the whole time. I was watching TV through a 3D perspective, through a microwave. I was watching TV. Every single argument, every single misstep, placed, ordered, calculate. How do you say this? As they say, it was calculated. Calculated, so perfect, so timing, that I knew at some certain part I needed to install this greatness and to remind you that you are capable of greatness. Because behind the scenes, I didn't have nobody do that for me. And if maybe not today, but one day, you'll never overlook yourself again. And you'll see you are exactly where you need to be right now, here in this present moment with me, of course. But you'll see yourself to so much more greater heights. Because behind the scenes, I was fighting for you. Behind the scenes, I never gave up for you. I didn't want to realize it. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to believe it. But behind the scenes, I seen the storm coming. We was in that mug. Till the very end, I could have chose to walk against it on the side, get past it. As a spiritual leader, I have seen that. It was right there in my face. But behind the scenes, I chose the harder route. And you know who I did it for? I did it for you. So, if that does encourage you to be great and do something behind the scenes, that's amazing and good for yourself, go for it. But we're here. We're right here. I need a little sip of this mug right here. Behind the scenes, it's all part of flowing with life. It's all part of evolving. So when you start to evolve as a person physically, mentally, or spiritually, you can't control it. And you might get the most craziest downloads while going through that spiritual awakening, or you might just avoid. You might even try to avoid your own evolution. Is this possible? Yes, this actually is very possible. To avoid your own evolution is to stop telling yourself at some point in life you know everything, or you only know best, or your perspective is greater than anybody else. Every single person on this world can teach you, provide, or show you something different, right? But you have to be willing enough to understand, or at least try to understand. If somebody's good at fixing cars, you're going to go to a car shop because they know how to fix cars. If somebody knows how to drive trains or fly planes, you're going to ask them for advice before you get on that cart. Am I cooking or what? Am I cooking? So if somebody's a high priest, intuitive, and just a therapist, and has truly been there for thou thee, and the people, somebody who has that type of empowerment or nurturement, whatever it is, to make you feel great, to be you, to inspire you, to do whatever it is you got to do, to get up out of bed. Yeah, I know all about the bed, bro. It's hard, bro. It ain't easy. My bed is soft. But as the high priest, if I say I'm a high priest, I just may put some respect on my mother. Put some respect. No. That's way too forceful, you know. But it just means I'm coming from, you gotta think about it like, not this is not ego talking right now, but like, I'm on God levels. But I don't want to talk like that. It makes me feel very contradicting. I'm still a human being. I'm still do regular things. But I did always kind of want like superpowers though. Something like, I think everybody wants superpowers. Whatever. Another topic, another story. Behind the scenes, I will always wonder, why? Behind the scenes, I will always be like, dang, I really truly do hope this person makes it. And whatever things they're fighting through, going through, you guys. Behind the scenes, I really be thinking sometimes. I had some eye-opener moments outside. I'm like, yo, these people fighting over seeds right now. Like, do they know like these seeds like 35 cents in the store? They fighting over seeds. So I be really thinking in my head like, yo, I hope whatever they going through at some point in their life, like, I hope they fix, I hope they battle their demons. I hope they get through it. I hope you don't feel like the world is against you. And behind the scenes, even me, when I seen somebody who I could just say like I was just trying to be there, and not to like scare you or any type of way, but I'll always want that hug though. Word. If we end it crazy, behind the scenes, it'll happen. Behind the scenes, it's possible. Because behind the scenes, you may feel like or think like you got or away with refrigerator tabs, with not cleaning the dishes. But behind the scenes, the universe already knows. So behind the scenes, everybody's really just rocking out, doing their own thing here on this earth, and you gotta go with the flow. You gotta like live life like Larry. Let me stop. I take that back because people are gonna really try to live life like Larry. Yo, appreciate you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. This video is brought to you behind the scenes by your co-host right here, XX Robbie, Unique, and also the High Priest. And there's greatness all around you. There's greatness every time you step outside, shake a hand, make someone else smile, make them feel good. There's greatness in that. And it is what it is. You could be whoever you want to be. That's just me. I find if it working, you know what I'm saying? What's working for me is not going to work for everybody. You need to know that. So that's point blank. You got to find your own route. But when you find that route, when you grab hold of that route, you got to remember there's people out here who would just want to pull you back down. There's people out here who gets a high off of pulling you back down because they just don't feel like they can achieve such greatness. But there's enough greatness to go around. They just don't know that yet. So remember that. Don't let nothing change you, your heart, and your mind. If you are going through some disheartened things in life, handle that. Seriously. Handle that. Go for your walks. Play your music. Heal alone. Yes, you alone. You don't need 1,000 people to be around you. You got to hear your own thoughts. When you can hear your own thoughts, is the best time. That's when you're getting them downloads. When you are alone. So never be afraid to vibe out with yourself. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And behind the scenes, I'm still fighting for you. I'm still going. I'm living proof. Peace out.